Filthy Show has extremely explicit content. It is not intended for children, adults, or anyone, really. Especially retards without a sense of humor. If you offend easily, please fuck off now. All right, welcome to the Filthy Show. A very special episode. We have me, Adam, Luckey, and Chris Rees, as always. But today, we have probably my favorite guest we've gotten so far. We got the legend, Brian Holtzman. How you doing, man?
Thank you very fucking much. Thank you very fucking much. It's great to be on this fucking Filthy Show.
Filthy Show. That's the whole
I
point.
don't generally say fuck, but, you know, I'm on the Filthy Show.
You're playing into it.
Hey, fuck yes. Fuck everything. Fuck right now.
I met Brian because he used to fuck my mom in front of me.
Well,
it wasn't even a relationship thing. It was strictly for me.
How was Adam's mom?
I like to be watched. Oh, she's very good. She's very good. She's very tight.
She actually
She has a real tight asshole.
She lost a lot of weight recently, and Brian lost interest then. He
Yeah.
said, I want you with meat on you. Get out of here.
Before we fucking start, do you have all the wires hooked up correctly? I don't want to hear about we do a podcast and then, there was no audio. Oh, there was no fucking, Can we get all the fucking wires squared away first?
There's
Make
actually,
sure.
this is a
We didn't even do a test, Adam. We're going to do a test 1, 2, 3. How do we even know they can fucking hear us?
This is a non-audio podcast, only video. We don't do.
We're going to have one of those overweight, broken down gym membership motherfuckers giving us the sign language.
Are they usually fat?
They're always somebody who just refuses to go to the fucking gym.
Is that really a thing?
Overweight, heavy set, very unattractive
Sign
individuals.
language interpreters are known for being ugly?
Yeah.
The ones I've seen. I don't know.
Are you running into
I don't know
a
what channel you're watching.
I don't think
Spice. I don't know if they have that on Spice.
Do they have sign language interpreter porn? That would actually be kind of hot.
They always catch them too. They're fake. They're not even real, and they're just doing
That
shit.
does happen a lot.
That was one at some kind of political meeting.
That
or
happened with
something.
Obama, I believe.
Yeah, a girl just got in there and was just going for it. Whatever, dude. I mean, I always say take the job even if you're not prepared. Get that money.
I was on the Eiffel Tower in France, and they closed the top portion. But I was already up there. The French, they can close it anytime they want. You're online for 2 hours, and then they decide they want to close the very, very top.
Pieces
so I got
of
to
shit.
the top, said, I'm going. I don't care. So I got up to the front of the line and tried to look as I guess, retarded as possible or on the spectrum.
That makes sense. That's why you're doing your hands.
She said, no,
I want to go to the top.
you don't have a ticket. You don't have the right ticket. So I pretended to be mute and just started doing this.
Nice.
And she said, no, you don't have the right. And, she just said, go ahead.
She's like, go ahead. Don't worry, guys. He's retarded.
The autistic can be annoying to a point where you just let him do it.
Ironically, that convinced her he was retarded.
Oh,
Just the
yeah.
silent- She was deaf. She knew it was all. Yeah, I like that. Have you ever fucked a deaf woman?
No.
I don't know if that would really make any difference. I guess the moaning would sound different.
It would sound aggressive.
No, probably not. Probably.
It would sound just like your mom.
Oh, yeah, my mom was deaf. I forgot about that. My mom is a very timid lover. He kept super gluing her mouth shut. I told you it was a weird move.
Jeez. Do you know what Matthew Perry's last words were?
What?
When he drowned. Were you a
Terrible
big fan of Friends? Did you like that show?
No. I don't think that I would. I guess I'm upset because I know I wouldn't qualify to be one of their friends.
That'd be hilarious.
Just all these beautiful people, and Brian Holtzman's like, "What the fuck's up with the deaf?"
Hey, Rachel, why don't you come over here and suck my cock? Hey, Phoebe, why don't you come over here and lick my ball sack?
Could I be getting my cock sucked anymore?
Hey,
I was
Joey,
kinda like-
spread your asshole. I want to kick it in. What was the other one?
Ross.
Hey, Ross, come over here and fucking suck my fucking cock while Phoebe fucks you with a dildo in the ass. How am I doing so far on the Dirty Show?
It's pretty good.
Okay,
But
yeah, I don't want to
actually
disappoint your listeners.
Well, not to piss on you at all, but that is an actual episode of Friends. I know you haven't watched it, but you actually just ripped off a legitimate.
What, on Spice? On the channels you watch, Adam?
Friends used to go
Holy
hard.
shit.
I watched Hardcore Friends, all black
Jeez.
cast.
I think I've been on the Filthy Show here at the Creek and Cave, I think twice.
Yeah, we do a live show, a live stand-up. That's what this is basically based on. And yeah, it's great. You're perfect for it. That's what we made it for, is your style of comedy. But even then, still, a crowd will show up to an offensive comedy show and still get offended, which is insane.
Oh my God. Yeah, I had to, last time I was here, you had me on, but you were absent. You were working someplace else.
Yeah, I was out of town.
And there was three large women. I don't want to call them fat because I don't think you can say fat now. Oh, is that one of the words you can't say?
You can. On
Just
here, you
call
can
them
say
sign language interpreters.
You can call them the N-word on here. I don't give a fuck. You can go all the way.
And hold on. Oh, she
Are you
hung up.
texting them?
Hill Country Galleria, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you're still talking about the mall.
Well, let's bring that back. Let's not talk about the fat women at your comedy
We had
show.
a really good mall conversation before we started recording.
I like to go to the mall to hang out and look through the door of the women's room.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You know, I had a job once in back in the day before I went in the Air Force. I was the guy when the women take all the garments into the change room. You had to count those garments and make sure they weren't stealing shit.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, around Christmas times, the temporary help.
Yeah.
And that was something.
You were a ladies' garment counter?
Yeah, can you believe it? Of all the departments in the department store, I
That's
get
what
that
they
fucking
thought you
job.
fit
So I
for,
said,
Beth.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Adam and I used to work at a Mexican warehouse where we just sorted through women's clothing.
That's
also.
literally all we did. It was like
Yeah.
ladies would order clothes online and then they'd send back what they don't want. And then we'd go through it. I'll tell you, there was a lot of smells.
A lot of stains.
A lot of stains. a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of smells.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Ladies smell.
feminine hygiene is something to.
They got to get their shit together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I was telling your mom. you know.
Yeah. Well,
Adam's
my
mom-
mom.
Douche that bitch.
She's known
Douche
for
that bitch. Douche that bitch.
My mom's known for her stinky pussy. That is true.
Stanky ass pussy. Yeah. Oh,
That
my-
was her nickname.
What's your
in high
name
school.
again? I'm sorry.
My name's Chris.
Chris, how did you slip into this This podcast must have been hard up.
Chris is actually just a homeless guy we found.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was selling hand jobs under the bridge.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he does this for
This
two
is
hand
my
jobs.
payment.
When will this air?
Either this Friday or next Friday.
Yeah, the weather today is unbelievable. Unfucking. This is what it would be like if you lived in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, so you lived in LA for a long time, right? Like,
Yeah.
Was that your entire comedy career has been in
No,
LA?
I started in. It's 74 degrees today in Austin, so it is just wonderful. I mean, if it could be like this all the
Yeah.
time.
This is already my favorite episode because we went to my mom having a stinky pussy. You know what's great is the
it's
weather.
Crazy. It's like he goes on this crazy rant of having the friends
Well,
suck his
your mother
cock.
likes to be her ass put up on pillows
Yeah.
and fucked outside on the patio.
On the patio?
Oh, she likes the fresh air in her asshole.
She lives in
my
a
God.
townhouse.
What was
She
the
has
Ding,
neighbors
ding,
on
ding,
each
ding,
side.
ding, 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 ding. Oh, get off his mother, will you? Get off his fucking mother, will you?
Wait,
But,
you're saying that?
Who's screaming
I
at
thought you were fucking
Who
her.
that's happening?
I started in San Francisco, then I moved to LA. And then I came to Austin 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then I spent 7 months. And then I went back, and then I came back for the mothership, I guess. That club
Yeah, now you have
opened
your
up.
own show there, right?
Yes.
That's weekly.
You've been on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's so much fun.
You have not.
I have not.
That
no.
will continue.
We're still vetting you.
The background checks haven't come. He has to make sure you've raped a woman.
Yeah.
It's very rare. Most background checks want to check your crime history. He wants to make sure it's there.
Is that the noise I make when I'm raping?
Hi, honey, I'm home. And I had a hard day.
I can't figure out if this is you or my mom.
I'm so
Or
confused.
both. Maybe you're there for some
He
reason.
goes into such a wholesome conversation about the weather that
How-
he's raping a mom.
How do you feel about the difference between the audiences here in LA? Do you
Yeah.
think there's a big difference? or
Oh, I
pretty
think
much
the
same?
audiences here are just. Do they lock up the phones here?
Not here usually. I think they have them. I think they can if they need to, but they
They
don't.
used to when Rogan came a lot.
Yeah, every time
Yeah.
Rogan used to come here before Mothership opened, probably once a month, and they'd lock him up for that. So
Mhm.
they can't. I mean, any show that's produced here can ask for him. I could ask for him if I wanted to. But I mean, when Tony Hinchcliffe used to drop in and do the Filthy Show a lot, I would have him. He's real big on those.
You can see if people are using their phones, right?
Yeah,
Does the staff discourage them from doing that?
I would think so. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed
Yeah.
to record, especially some of their shows. They have one show here that has a halftime show. Have you ever been to Perverts?
No.
there was one where they put prune juice in their asses and then shot it at each other out of their assholes.
Yeah, that would be something I wouldn't be interested in.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Just shit and prune juice all
I
over the
wouldn't be
stage?
that surprised.
Oh,
if
for the purposes of this show. Oh, yeah, I love that fucking show. I wanted to spray it all over my face. I always sit up real close to the stage.
Well, the weird part is that it's mostly just stand-up comedy. So
Oh, yeah.
it's like, and then it's in the middle of the show is the prune shitting. So you have to go from prune shitting just back into someone being
Yeah.
like, so hats? There's a lot of different types of those.
I think one was they put period blood in a bong and they ripped it.
All right, shut his mic off. Shut his fucking mic off.
that already happened, though. It's
Yeah,
not-
Where do you work? In a shithole? Do you work in a shithole?
He works at the Texas State College, actually.
Yeah,
if
I'm a
anyone ever wants
janitor.
to find Chris. And-
That's what I tell people in the green room if they want to know who I am. I say, I'm the owner of the janitorial service that cleans the club. I just want to make sure the toilets are all clean.
They're giving me 20 minutes to mop this place up.
So the audiences are great here.
Yeah.
They really are.
They're my favorite because you still get a lot of that, like, you can offend people and stuff here. They're very weird about racial stuff, I've noticed. That's probably where they pull back the most.
Yeah.
But everything else they don't really give a fuck about.
Right.
The only thing I miss about Washington is the city we started in Washington State, and the city we lived in had a lot of black shows, and I miss that. Black shows are the best shows. We don't really have those here at all.
haven't done one in a long time.
We have black people here, but they don't.
Yeah.
They're doing other stuff. They come out at night and they're running around, but they're never coming to comedy shows.
Rarely. Yeah, you rarely see a lot of black people all in one place at a comedy show.
How do you feel about black people? Do you like them?
I love
like
them.
All of them? Every single
one of them.
There's not a one you can think about.
No, I
Oh,
love
okay.
them all. I love them better than white crackers.
Yeah. I would say overall, in my life experience, I've probably liked more black people than white people. Probably liked more whites than Asians.
I like black people robbing banks more than I like you.
Whoa.
We had such a nice conversation about the moles.
I don't think black people rob banks that much. I feel like they're usually doing like gas stations.
Yeah.
Is that racist?
Stick them up. This is a holdup. Yeah, I see the gun. I don't know why. These people who work in the bank, if you worked in a bank, all that money is insured.
Yeah.
Half the time you can't even get them to cash your fucking check.
That's true.
They act like they got the Fabergé egg in the fucking bank. Don't hit the button, because then the cops come, then you got a hostage situation. Just give them the fucking money and let them leave the bank. Don't try to be a hero with the pushing the button bullshit.
It's all insured.
Just give
I
them the
agree.
fucking money and go on with your fucking day. Bank
all-
teller, bitch.
I didn't realize that was such a hot button issue for
I
you.
know you
Well,
were.
you know, once the cops come, then they can't leave, and then you got a hostage situation. Then you could be really killed.
And then your day too is shot. Like no matter what, even if the whole thing's over, they're gonna want to like question you. You're not gonna be able to leave right away. That's true. Your
You're
day's gonna
missing-
go a lot easier if you just let those guys take that money.
You're missing your movie at 7 for sure.
Oh yeah, maybe you're trying to go see Marley and Me.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic.
I
film.
saw Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
How'd you,
Did
like it? I haven't seen it yet, but
I read the
heard it's
book,
good.
so that's why I was interested in seeing the
Oh,
film.
okay. I thought the movie's excellent. I really liked it a lot. What'd
You
you
saw it?
Yeah, I
I saw it on Sunday evening at 7 p.m.
When did you see it, Adam?
I think I saw it on a Thursday around 9:15.
But you're not sure.
Huh? I'm not sure. I'll have to check my ticket stub collection.
Well, maybe you got Parkinson's.
What the fuck? I might though. You're right. I could have Parkinson's. It sits for a little while, right?
Hey, do me a favor. Can you shut the fuck up? Shut the fuck up. You're the co-host. We'll let you know when you can fucking be recognized.
Look, I don't want to
I
be an
haven't
asshole,
said anything yet.
but he's right. You do talk way too much. And I haven't wanted to bring it up in the past, but Holtzman is kind of really guiding me through this. You should shut the fuck up.
Hey,
You
guys.
talk
Chill out.
nonstop.
You should get on a Spirit flight and get the fuck out of here.
That is all he could afford.
Oh, yeah. You okay, Holtzman? You're stomping your feet.
What are
Yeah.
you trying to say?
I don't know.
I'm on his side now. Holtzman's going to be my new co-host.
We're all on Holtzman's side.
Creek and Cave, ladies and gentlemen. The Creek and the Cave. Yeah.
So
Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. Hello. Hey.
She probably would come. We should have. That would have been great, actually. Her and Holtzman, same episode.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be. I was gonna make a joke about him having sex with her, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, you don't want to.
All right, what if Holtzman had
You
sex
don't want
with
to
her?
eat your own dick.
I will say the most reoccurring dream I've ever had is me sucking my own cock. Does that mean
Really?
I'm gay?
No, it could be a precursor.
That's the epilogue.
What's that thing over there? That's a crazy looking
New light.
Those are lights.
Oh,
Holtzman.
I see lights. Okay.
Those are lights. They're very bright.
No, this is-
I can't even see the actual lights he's
Actually,
talking
this
about.
is a nice studio.
It's a
Yeah.
really nice studio. It's funny that we shoot our podcast here because the things we say almost is more offensive and really high quality.
By and large, yeah.
Quality.
We we haven't really had to cut much. YouTube's pretty cool, it seems like, especially since we're nobodies.
Yes.
So I think it helps that not a lot of people watch this, so YouTube doesn't really care about that. Yeah,
Holtzman just realized not a lot of people are watching this.
I
we
got-
do okay.
I got 3,000 on my YouTube channel.
That's nice.
Subscribers?
Good for you,
That's awesome. That's not bad. I have like one on
It's
my.
not good.
No, it's not good, but it's better than me.
3,000 subscribers and no sponsors.
Do you post
It's
a lot of
not
stuff?
good. Just when I feel like it.
You have a podcast, right? Or you had one at one point, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a podcast.
You were doing one with Red Band?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here in Austin, right? Did you start that here or you were already doing it in
Then
LA?
we started it in Burbank. Then he
Oh,
moved
okay.
to Austin. So I followed him to Austin 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
And we did some more in his residence.
Yeah, those were fun.
And then I left, went back to LA, and then I did some more. Maybe 4 or 5 or 10 or 12. And then I the last podcast I shot, I walked out of my own podcast.
On your it was yours and you just got tired of it and
They,
left.
they didn't like the weather. They didn't like this. They didn't like that. They didn't like items of interest. They didn't like anything. Two comics. I said, by the way.
guests?
Then I told him he wanted to bring his girlfriend in. I said,
Oh,
no, there's
gross.
no girlfriends here. So I had to make up an excuse. I said, no, there's too many wires. I don't want to.
Your girlfriend could die.
He went and brought her in, and then I just lost it.
Oh, no.
I said, and they said, we're sorry. Sorry. I said, yeah.
Was that here or in
That
LA?
was in the Flying Carpet Studios in Redondo Beach.
Oh, okay. Sounds
And
like
that's a
good
fun one
place.
if you want to see me walk off my own podcast.
I will watch that. It's posted. It's out there.
Oh yeah.
Who are the comics?
I
I mean, if it's posted.
Don Barris and Jason Guillorin.
Oh, wow. Don
Okay.
Barris is great.
And they didn't like the weather. I used to do the weather, and then I used to do items of interest,
Yeah.
and I used to talk about things that would encourage conversation.
I like-
And some people, they just want to talk about themselves.
That's a good point.
And I had a similar problem with Andrew Dice Clay's 2 sons.
Oh, they have a
And
podcast?
that blew up, and they walked out. I said, if you don't like it, get the fuck out of here. And they got up and they left.
You know what? Now that you, now that you mentioned it, fuck the weather.
I'll send you
Link.
a link.
Oh,
Hell
okay.
yeah! I knew we were gonna get there.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to say I'm going to send you a dick. No, a
No,
link.
you've sent me enough dicks, Brian. It's getting out of hand.
Big dick pics. Dick pics. Dick pics. I have an.
You know, my daughter uses my phone sometimes, and she's like, "Daddy, what's this hairy spider?"
I have a fans only
You have fans only?
page.
Okay.
You don't really have an OnlyFans, do you?
Yeah.
Dude, you would make money 100%.
What I do
You
is
just show your
What do
hairy
you
ass.
post on
I
OnlyFans?
now you're thinking like your mom.
She would subscribe for sure. She has disposable income.
I have this tool that spreads your asshole. You know,
Okay.
it's
You have an ass
old-fashioned
spreader?
thing. And I get into the light just the right way.
In your old man
I've got
pants.
I've got a big fan in Switzerland, and some real crazy guy. He loves it. He loves the ass.
It
shots.
doesn't make him crazy that he likes to see you in your old man pants showing hole. There's
How
nothing wrong
much
with
do you
that.
charge for that? Because I would pay the fucking second.
I will say, nothing gay involved. If you had an OnlyFans,
No.
I would watch everything
Oh,
I
yeah.
post.
Just out of curiosity. I
My
just
wiener
wanna
would be
see.
in my pants, but I am going to look.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
We'll talk about the weather. We'll talk about the weather. The weather's cool. What does your ass look like under the sun?
Only fans. Fans only.
I did Don Barris. Have you seen his movie? That was really fun.
Which one was that? Windy City Heat?
Yeah. Well, I just recently got because Don came to the mothership and he was talking about it. I'd never even heard of it, and we found it on YouTube. It's really funny.
I was supposed
Great.
to be in that movie, but I didn't
Oh,
want to
really?
go have lunch. He goes, come to lunch. I go, I don't need lunch. I don't need fucking lunch. Just put me in the movie. What do I have to have lunch with you for? And I didn't get.
You had a lot of pressure points.
And I didn't
lunch.
I didn't get to be in the movie, you know.
Because you didn't want lunch.
I don't want to drive all the way to Hollywood to have lunch with you. Just put me in the fucking movie.
It's a good point, though. Traffic is shit out there. I've only been to LA once, and I hated it.
It's getting pretty shit here sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
There's too many
up.
people moving here. I'm telling you, there's too many people moving here.
I've been here for 3 years, and the difference is drastic.
Where did you come from?
I came from Washington State.
Mhm.
We lived Washington State,
Tacoma, Washington.
Wow.
We lived right outside of Seattle.
Yeah.
That's where we started comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, I have a friend in Portland, and I have a friend from the Air Force, DJ. He lives in Seattle. He's going nuts with the rain.
Yeah, the rain sucks. The thing is, when the weather's good, it's like the best weather because it's sunny like this, but it's really nice breeze. And it's cool.
I've been to Seattle. We went to one of my favorite movies is Officer and a Gentleman.
Well, that's a great movie. Yeah,
and we went to the hotel, and we went to where they filmed it on that. We had to take the ferry over to get to that
from Seattle.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The ferry.
I have no idea where this is.
I guess it's the
I didn't go to Seattle.
Puget Sound. Puget Sound.
The pungent sound,
right?
Yeah, Puget.
You're not laughing at me, are you?
I am.
Oh no.
Here's the thing.
Can you tell us the weather?
He told you to shut the fuck up, and you didn't listen to him. We're not gonna lose. If we lose Holtzman, you're gone. It's over. After
Okay.
I talked to him right before this. I told him that. He already knew. I said, if you walk Holtzman. So I said, if he wants to talk about the weather, we'll talk about the goddamn weather.
I actually really do want to. I liked it when he was talking about the weather. It was relaxing.
Well, he's not wrong. The weather is really nice today.
It is a really nice day of weather.
Oh, it's beautiful compared to that fucking frying pan that was back in.
Oh my god!
I come out of the club at 1 o'clock. I'm taking my shirt off. It's even hot at fucking nighttime.
Ridiculous. Yeah. You were here for that,
and I have no air conditioning.
I thought were you in LA for that, or you'd come back here already for that huge heat wave?
This past summer was very fucking hot.
Insane. Yeah, nonstop. This is incredible compared to that.
I hope it's a mild winter. I had an accident 2 years ago with that big snowstorm.
Oh, yeah, you were out here. I remember that. That was actually, I think, I had booked you on one of the first shows we were going to do here, and then you had to pull out of it because of that, and then we ended up not even doing it because the weather was so bad. And then I'm
taking Uber. If there's moisture and the temperature's low, I'm taking Uber.
I was in, I had my wife, my infant daughter, who was like a baby at the time, and we had just gotten a puppy, and our entire apartment complex had no power. So we went and stayed with him and his roommate in their tiny apartment. And it was just insane. Well, I show up with a baby and a puppy and my wife, and he's tripping on acid.
I'm peaking on acid at the time.
Oh, wow. That was been wild, man.
He didn't like it. He was like, I was going to go to my room for a little while. And then
redhead daughter. His daughter has bright red hair, so it looks like her head's on fire, and I just walked right past there. She wanted to talk to me. I almost kicked her in the fucking face.
I would have been mad about that.
I know, but I'm on acid. You got to forgive me.
I wouldn't have. Not for that. But you didn't do it, so that's why we're friends.
Either you forgive me or you go freeze.
No, I feel like I could call the police.
Fair enough.
If you kick my daughter.
I'll just lie so you guys broke it.
That's a good point. This baby burglar came at me and I had to put her down.
I defended my territory, man.
So you guys are compadres from up north.
Back
west.
I've known him since I was 18 when I started.
Yeah, I met Chris when he first started comedy, and he was absolutely horrible.
Dog shit. Yeah.
The worst. And so if you've seen his comedy now, it's the same thing.
No, not much improved.
No, he's better now. But back then, his whole thing is, he's offensive. He likes to push it, be edgy and everything. But he was bad when he first started, so everyone hated him. But I was the one guy that was like, whatever, let him talk about baby raping. He's not going to get better at it unless he makes fun of it and learns how to do it.
And I am pretty good at talking about raping babies now.
That's his number. He's number 2 baby raper.
Yeah, but
he's only doing that because he's the number 1 baby rape joke comedian.
When we met, it was a cool 50 degrees out. Breezy.
Let's bring him back. That'll bring him back.
No, the weather is
weather does rip. Weather and fucking my mother have been the 2 ongoing topics. I love it. That's fine. My mother is a very beautiful woman. You would probably be attracted to her.
Can we bring it back to when you were talking about the 3 fat chicks at the Filthy show? Because you seemed very adamant to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. You never finished
Then you went
story.
off about malls.
I think they got up and exited.
Oh, that's it.
I You were at the mothership one time and you said something about how women who get raped are whores or something along those lines. I don't want to paraphrase for you.
Please don't.
It was a lot more articulate than that.
That's an insane paraphrasing.
I don't think Brian Holtzman thinks that. But some girl got up and was super upset and was crying to me about it.
Oh, she was crying?
Yeah, she was a
ding 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 ding. Don't worry, we have a winner.
She was
a winner.
But then she's like, I'm just gonna wait out here till the next comic goes up, and the next comic was me. I was like, maybe wait like another 10 minutes. To be fair, I'm gonna say I agree with everything he says.
Yeah, I think everything is on the table on this blue planet.
For joking, yeah. I mean, why not? That's the whole point of
Otherwise,
joking.
you'd cry.
Being
you have
satirical
to make light of it, and some people really act like this or believe this. And what we're doing is just satire.
100%.
We're letting them know how people really think about them and they're over,
Not to offend you, but you're like one of the nicest guys in the world. And you say some of the most fucked up stuff on stage. And I've noticed in comedy, that's really how it is the guys who say the more fucked up things on stage are like the sweetest, most wholesome guys off stage. And then every single clean comic in the world is a serial rapist.
I'm going to blow myself on that.
Do it. Hell yeah. No, let him do it. Justin, calm down. Let the man suck his old
for his
hairy cock.
OnlyFans.
I was saying,
Oh, yeah. Well, no one was against them.
But yeah, I've met so many like clean comics that like my mom loves their comedy, but then I meet them and I'm like, oh, this guy is a horrible person. You can tell. Like that's kind of why they're clean on stage is because they got a lot of demons up there.
They're hiding something.
They're hiding all their serial rapes.
Yeah, there's a lot of nefarious characters everywhere.
For sure. And there's edgy comics that are probably horrible people too. But it does seem like a lot of the times the people, because I mean, I'm outside of comedy, I have a wife and a baby, and I'm like just hanging out with my kid all the time, doing super wholesome stuff. It doesn't look wholesome because I look like this, and I get a lot of looks at Parks.
And outside,
I gotta keep her close because the second she goes away and I look alone at the park, a lot of people come up to me and is like, "So which one's yours? Do you have pictures of you guys together before this?"
And outside of comedy, I finger his daughter.
Yeah. So Chris actually is on the other side.
Your mic is going to be shut off. Speaking of children, I'm so sick of hearing people bragging about they wrote a children's book. They go on the talk shows on the television.
Anyone can.
How hard is it to write a children's book? I went to the park and I talked to some of the children. They don't know shit. They're dumb as a fucking box of fucking rocks. You talk to them about any subject. A lot of them. They're dumb. How hard could it be to write for a fucking dumbass fucking
They can't even read, too.
All they want to do is go down the fucking slide. That's all they fucking care about. And throwing sand at one another's face. Fuck those fucking children books.
I agree. I'm tired of big children book trying to tell me how to live my fucking life. Get the fuck out of here.
Pigeon. Fuck the fucking train. Fuck the conductor.
Fuck corduroy, dude. You dumb little bear bitch.
And fuck your kids, too. Fuck it, all these fucking people.
I agree. I do think no one should care about anyone else's kids except for the person who that's their kid. That's an insane way of thinking. I miss, like, whenever I watch, like, old, like, movies from the 50s, like when a stranger would slap the kid in the face. I want that back. I think that was really good for society. I think strangers should be allowed to hit your kid. Open hand, nothing too crazy.
People should mind their business. These people, they own the bakery and they don't want to service the homosexuals or the lesbian couples. Make the fucking cake, bitch.
Oh, you think they should make the cake?
Make the penis cake.
Yeah.
Make the fucking cock cake.
Well, if the guy would have had a gun, they probably definitely would have done it.
Yeah.
Make a cake of me fucking my husband in its ass right now and give me all the money at the bank.
Yeah.
This is a bank. So you think that they should have made the cake? This thing that happened like 12 years ago?
They got to make the cake.
I agree. They should just make the cake. But also at the same time, who gives a shit if they don't? There's other bakeries. That bakery probably sucks. Homophobic people aren't known for their baking skills. That's what I've heard.
What do they know?
Yeah.
Being gay. Usually being gay is what I've learned. A lot of homophobic people are very gay.
A lot of them, it's just a phase. They grow out of it.
Being homophobic or being
Or
gay?
being gay. You think being gay
Both,
is a phase?
actually.
Being gay can definitely be a phase because, you know, hypothetically, if I had sucked and fucked a couple guys 1 year of my life, wouldn't make me gay.
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to take them off. I thought that was the end. You're like, don't talk about our love life.
No, please.
Yeah, I mean, I've known a lot of, my brother used to be really homophobic and he doesn't give a shit about that stuff now, but he may have just sucked a cock.
Your brother might be gay, dude.
That could be a lot of it, is they're just afraid that gay sex rocks. And they're so scared to even get close to it because even if they smell it, they're gonna be like, "Oh God," and just like float to it.
Nick, Nick from the comic, Nick Alapache.
Sapeglia,
Yeah,
the one here that works at the mothership.
Yeah, he has glasses.
He does have the glasses. Yeah.
Nick Sapeglia.
Yeah.
He said that cowboys used to die from the hemorrhoids from riding the horses.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that it was hard to heal because they're always riding the horses. And then, of course, the fecal matter would get
And the
into the
hemorrhoid.
wound.
Yeah.
And they would die of an
Ass infection.
ass infection.
That's a great pump.
Listen, I don't want you to step on my words. I'm not going to warn you again.
Okay.
He's giving you plenty of warning. Look, I'm not condoning what he's doing, but I will say he's warned you several times.
I don't know, man. I told him the ass infection and he still mispronounced it, but I'm just trying to help you.
Yeah, and I didn't know that was a problem back in the wild west.
Do you think they said it was the horses, but all the cowboys were actually having sex with each other?
Just that might have been Adam. That might have been the case, but
That's what I want it to be. That's what I'm.
In my perfect world, it was gay sex.
Well, you
that
got to
killed
think
them.
these boys. They're out there. They're out there sleeping together on the dirt.
Yeah.
You're already uncomfortable. I can't tell if you're mocking me or doing an impression of cowboys eating each other's asses. Have you seen Brokeback Mountain? That's a good film.
I was just helping that sheep over the fence. At 2 a.m.
Do you like Brokeback Mountain? Was that a good movie?
I never saw it.
It's actually surprisingly a really good movie. But, you know, even if you don't like cowboys having gay anal sex in a tent, but if you do like that, then it definitely would be way better.
Who green lighted that fucking monster of a fucking movie?
My grandfather was like,
You wouldn't bake them a cake, Holtzman? What do you look so upset about it?
my grandfather was a career bull rider, military veteran, like hardcore, like cowboy guy. And he went and saw that movie not knowing what it was. He thought it was my grandfather was the kind of guy that would just go to the movies and see a poster and be like, there's cowboys. I'll see the cowboy movie. And he didn't know what kind of cowboy movie it was. He called my dad like when he got home. He's like, what the fuck is Brokeback Mountain? It's like, these boys ate beans and then penetrated each other.
Oh my God.
It's the most mad I've ever heard in his entire life. He's like, they wouldn't give me the money back because I watched more than half of it. I was like, there's a lot of gay stuff in the first half. He made it past a lot of stuff. I don't think my grandfather was gay. I hope not. This whole cowboy theory is scaring me now. He did have hemorrhoid. He had a hemorrhoid problem for a while.
He did.
Yeah, he did. He's a good man.
What kind of car did he drive?
He drove a truck. I forgot what kind of truck
That's
it was.
gay. That's gay.
That's gay?
Trucks are gay?
Why are trucks gay?
I could see trucks being gay.
Everybody's got one.
That's a good point.
That is a good
I've never
point.
thought of it that way.
I got a truck.
That's a good point. You do have a truck.
It's probably getting windows broken out right now.
There
There's
was
lot of homeless
a
people
guy
out there.
standing right behind it when you got out of it. He was like, "Finally!" And then just started pooping in it. That's fine. The The homeless have gotten a lot better. So you were here 2 years ago.
What do you mean gotten a lot better?
Well, do you remember when every underpass in downtown was just a shanty town?
Right, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So when we first
got rid of that?
They got rid of that. And I don't know how, and I don't care how, because they're gone. And there's a lot less than there was before.
I think they all live in the building across the street.
The building banding?
The abandoned building.
The old building banding? Yeah. No, there's an abandoned building over there that they...
We cross it every day, remember?
Oh, yeah, the old city hall.
You see all the fucking homeless people in front of it.
They do also, yeah, and I've heard there's like a whole underground world there, like a black market.
Yeah.
Where you can buy slaves.
You can buy slaves there. Holtzman, you okay?
I don't need any slaves.
Do you think you would have had a slave when they were available?
No, I was...
You had to be really rich to have a slave, I feel like.
Yeah, you had to...
How much did slaves go for back then?
Can we look up how much a slave costs?
The average slave cost.
We have gotten Justin banned from Google multiple.
Yeah, my search history. Fuck.
But the audiences are very good out here. I enjoy them.
They're very fun, yeah.
I do agree. They're overall my favorite audiences. Because if it's funny, even if you can tell they're kind of like, whoa, that's over the top and too much for me, they'll still laugh. You can get it out of them. I've seen you do that a lot. Break a crowd that spends a couple minutes like, what the fuck? I can't laugh at this. And then 4 minutes in, they're laughing. That's some of the most heinous shit I've ever heard in my life. Your sets at Skankfest are some of my favorite stand-up sets I've ever seen.
Where's it going to be next year?
I think Vegas again.
Again?
I think so.
I thought they were going to Florida.
I think they wanted to do that, but I don't know. It's just, it works so well there. And then it's risky to go to a new venue with something like that really like relies on the venue. And it worked out. I mean,
have you been to the one in New York?
No.
Me neither.
I've never even been to New York before. I really like to go. I've heard the comedy scene there is awesome. But you did both. Were you there last year? You were there. Or this year?
I went. Yeah, my first Skankfest was in Houston.
Yeah, I remember seeing you there. That was our first one too.
And I don't think I would have been part of it unless I came to Austin. And met Rebecca, I guess, and performed.
It's awesome. It worked out that way because you are perfect for those crowds. And I think a lot of them didn't know who you were too, originally, and now they do. But I watched you do like 40 minutes this year on one of the stages. I walked in, and the showrunner was like, "I just lit him. He's probably not going to be on for too much longer." And I wanted to see you. So I was like, okay, I'll sit here. And then 30 minutes goes by. I'm just like, fuck yes. But it was incredible. It was such a journey with the crowd to watch them go from like, oh, wow, it's going a little long to like, I don't want this to end. Like we were all on board to watch you go as long as you were going to go. It was fucking awesome. Do you remember that set? The one you did at...
Yeah, I went up there after what's his name?
Was that in
the
here?
Comic with the mohawk.
Oh, okay. Jamar Neighbors?
Yes.
I love Jamar Neighbors.
Yeah.
He's also really off the wall and wild. He's fun. Cool. This is our intermission break. I think they're just running some sound stuff out. We can cut that out probably. But yeah, Jamar. Does Jamar live here? Or does he just
I believe he has a residence here.
Because that's kind of what you're doing, right? You're just splitting time between...
No, I rented an apartment.
Oh, so you're here for good for a while.
I signed a 14-month lease.
That's awesome.
When you were originally here, weren't you living with like some Indian family?
I was living with an Indian family, that's right.
Nice.
That's cool. Did you know them previously or it just kind of played out that way?
I found them on Craigslist in L.A.
That's awesome. Did they know like about your comedy and stuff?
Yeah, I told them. I said, I'm going to be coming home late at night. If that's the problem, you need to let me know.
That's cool.
And they said, no, that's not a problem.
They were pretty cool people.
Oh, they're great.
Do you still talk to them?
I just talked to them now, asking them
that
about
was.
the mall.
I figured she
That was who you were
sounded like
talking
an
about the
Indian
mall?
woman.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like living in a 7-Eleven.
Slurpees everywhere. You can just get them no matter what.
I went to McDonald's yesterday. I wanted to get a shake, and their machine is broken again. Something's going on with McDonald's in there.
It's bullshit.
Serve.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think, and what I've heard from people who work there,
what's the story on that?
Is that it's just kind of a little bit of maintenance when it's going. Like when it's going, you got to like fuck with it. You got to refill it. You got to do stuff. So they'll just turn it off and be like, we're just not going to fuck with it anymore. And then to turn it back on would take like 10 minutes. I had a whole thing. I ordered 2 shakes the other night. They told me they had
Too
chicks.
soupy? Were they too soupy?
No, I didn't even get them. So I ordered them, and they said they had them, and then she's like, "We don't have them." I was like, "I already paid for them."
See, this is something going around with this
bullshit.
corporation.
They also pulled a scam, and Chris has seen me get.
They just don't want
very heated.
Just
I've
at
had
3 a.m, Adam's just in a shouting match with this.
I've almost
kid.
gotten arrested over this, probably in the double digits of times. I'll be honest, but they do this thing after like midnight. They say they're cash only, and I don't buy it. There's no way that every single night they have to be cash only. I think they do that to limit their lines because they don't want there to be as many people. Because late night after the bar's closed, it's going to be a long line, going to be a lot of work, and night shift workers don't want to do all that work. But that's your job. Just fucking do it. Make me my goddamn cheeseburger. I'm getting heated already.
He gets so mad.
Yeah, I did. Last time I had this conversation, I told the guy he had a tiny dick, and that's why he couldn't take car because his dick was too small.
But you got to be careful, Adam, because they're cooking the food.
I know, but he wasn't going to give me the food.
Adam
Brian.
couldn't get the food. He didn't have cash.
I was past that point.
Yeah.
However, I do go to that.
I bought a chicken sandwich once and brought it all the way to work and found out there was no chicken.
What? It was just the bread?
This is a BLT.
I drove back.
It's an LT.
I drove back and I was. If I had a gun, I would have pumped 2 shots into his chest.
You would have killed the man.
For a chicken breast, huh?
I mean, you ordered a chicken sandwich. It's in the goddamn order.
Yeah.
I kid you not.
Fucking wild.
That would heat me up pretty good. I screamed at a woman about egg rolls about 2 weeks ago. I just got to get off the fast food. I get too aggressive.
Yeah.
I want it too bad.
Yeah.
It's an addictive substance for sure.
Hi, honey, I'm home. Oh, I had a hard day. Ooh.
I have no idea. I think, was that me coming back with the fast food, but I'm horny now?
We have him lucid for about 10 minutes, and then he does that. A weird rape noise.
I'm on the spectrum, okay?
Okay. Yeah,
I'm this close to being a special needs adult.
There's no way.
Yeah,
they didn't
well,
have autism back when
you
you
get
were
to
born.
the top of the Eiffel Tower with the retardation.
You do look like you wore those headphones in here. Like you arrived with those on.
Is that Adam's mom again?
That better not. My mom is bigger than a pillow. There's no way she's that size. How long have you been doing comedy? You've got to be like past 20, right? 30?
40?
3 years.
30?
3 full years, really?
Yeah.
Ultimately.
No, I think I've been doing comedy since 1988.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. That was before I was born.
35 years.
4 years before all Adam was
But
pumped
they
in.
spoiled me. The Comedy Store in Hollywood spoiled me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, before we even met, I had heard so many stories about you, just from multiple.
Spoiled me. It's
about
all those
your late night
years,
sets
I didn't
there.
have to do anything. She gave me a spot every single night of the week.
Nice.
So I knew right off the bat it could only get worse. It couldn't get any better than that.
Were you always a real late night guy, or at first were you?
Oh
just,
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's kind of how I've been at Mothership. All the spots I get are usually after 11.
I got to get you on the show again.
Yeah, I'd love to do it. I'm
No
there all the
problem.
time anyway, working the door. So if you ever have a dropout or anything, I'll go up there and scream the N-word and do finger guns for 10 minutes. You see my act. It's not bad. I remember Joe Rogan told a story about you on his podcast where he said that after 9/11 happened, they wouldn't let you on stage.
Yeah.
Because, do you think you would have done it?
Don't let him go.
I mean, you would have, right?
People
There's
say
no
it's
way.
too soon. No, it's never too soon.
If anything, too soon's better because everyone's still sad about it. Why not try to make people laugh about that
Right.
kind of thing? Like Israel and Palestine. I already think that's funny. I watch those videos and laugh. And I'm a Jew.
Those
getting dangerous for
those
you here,
guys
dude.
don't get a. He could be German.
I know. No, I've been Jewing down. That's my strategy. Jew down. Because this is my argument. Nothing's ever hurt a Jew more than Jewing up. The more you
Right.
Jew up, the more people get pissed. I
Yeah.
don't think being a Jew's bad, but if you're max Jew, it's not a good thing.
If you're noticeably Jewish, then that's bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
People
be
get
one of
mad
those-
at that.
If I was one of those Hasidic guys with the curly hair and stuff, I'd be scared. There's a lot of Palestinians in America. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a whole march the other day.
Were you called kike at that march?
I was called kike at the march. I was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, another comic thought it would be funny to tell the Palestinians that I was Jewish and point at me, and they like two of them walked up to me. I thought they were joking around, and then I like,
Oh
laughed.
no, they're not joking.
And then they were like, "Yeah,
No.
you're a fucking kike." And I was like, "Whoa, okay."
Where was
fair
this?
enough. Right in front of the mothership. I was there to run the open
They
mic.
don't like the Jews anymore.
This was
hopefully.
what night?
This was last
Like 2 nights ago, I thought.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
Yeah, I hosted the open mic that night, and I was doing the sign
What
up in
night?
front. Sunday
Which is a better night for the Sunday or Monday?
for what? Just in general
You know,
for the open mic.
the little boy, Sunday and Monday.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. The crowds always are great. It's insane too because they're there for so long. And I personally, if I'm not hosting, I like to go up later.
I haven't gone there yet on the Sunday and the Monday.
You should. You would love it, especially if you closed it out. Because if you close it out, they've been there for like 4 or 5 hours, and a lot of people who close it out will do they'll do extra time because
Right.
who cares? No one's following you. And like Don Barris was just there like 6 months ago, and he
Yeah,
did like
I
30
would
minutes
see
at the end. Yeah, that was great. And yeah, I think those are actually my favorite sets I do there because there's not as much pressure to crush because I feel like the booker just wants to see you trying new shit and evolving.
Adam,
Yeah.
could you check on my car and see if it's okay?
I'm not going back there. That's a dangerous alley.
No, just look
Where?
Do you really want? We have the manager of the club is in
and
the.
then lock the door after he leaves.
I thought you really wanted to check. There is a guy sitting by surveillance camera, so he would know if anything happened.
Oh, yeah.
If a black
Okay.
guy's having sex with your car, that happens a lot back
It might be
here.
happening.
But-
Chizzing in my fuel tank.
Those
Chiz
crowds. The only problem is those crowds are almost like a cheat code because like I'll do something there that destroys, and I'm like, this is a new bit. Like this is a really good bit, and then I'll do it at like several other places, and I'm like, oh no, it's actually not that funny. They're just like really hot and really like down for anything. Those crowds.
Wow. So
But I love it. It's
I-
been fun since they opened.
I guess I'll tell a dirty joke.
You can, yeah.
You want to hear a dirty joke?
We got time.
These two guys want to drink, and they want to drink real hard. They don't have a lot of money, so they say, all right. The guy says to his friend, come with me, and they go next door to the butcher shop, and they buy a sausage. And the guy tells him, listen, we're going to go drink, and we're going to drink hard, and I'm going to put this sausage in my pants, and then you're going to get down on your knees, and you're going to suck it. And then we're, of course, going to get thrown out. So they do this for like 7 or 8 hours, just drinking and getting thrown out, not paying for one drink. Finally, the guy that was getting down on his knees says, you know, I'm getting tired. I'm really getting tired. And he says, you're tired. The other guy says, you're tired. I lost that sausage 4 hours ago. I think we might need a laugh track on that.
So he's sucking the guy's cock.
He's been sucking the guy's cock for 4 hours? Holy hell.
I think we need a laugh track on that.
To be fair, nowadays that's not that dirty of a joke. That's just a
No.
guy sucking another guy's cock. That's elementary at this point. They
Right.
teach that in 4th grade. They tell that joke to the kids, and you see, it's not bad that he sucked his cock because you can be gay now.
Child services will be going to your house and remove that child from your residence.
No, I don't let. I tell my daughter being gay is not all right. Don't worry. I tell her being gay and being Armenian, disgusting.
Armenian. Don't like them, huh?
Not the biggest fan.
Fair enough.
They're really mean.
A lot of Holocaust
they?
on them.
No, not really. I used to do martial arts. I used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai. And they there's a lot of Armenians in martial arts. They're real aggressive. They're like Guidos, but like who know how to fight really well.
Well, they have to
Which is
defend
like-
themselves from the Holocaust.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're in shape too. Those
They're in
guys.
really good shape.
You don't see too many overweight.
Very
Armenians.
aggressive with women. That's a big thing with them. But it works. They all had really hot girlfriends. So
and usually they stay with their own.
their own race.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're racist, but like
they're like Koreans.
Yeah.
Koreans only stay with Koreans.
it's some racism is what it is. Like it works sometimes. Sometimes racism works. Dude, what are you gonna do? The Koreans are doing pretty good, and they're pretty racist. Chinese are like really racist, and they're
Oh,
like-
so racist.
they're huge.
Who?
The Chinese?
Yeah, they don't like anybody.
No, they don't even think they like Chinese people that much, especially the Chinese government. Well, this might definitely get us. We can't post this on TikTok. That's for fucking sure. Are you on TikTok? Do you ever do that?
Yeah, I think
I fucking hate that shit so much. I hate TikTok. I think it's the worst thing. You don't like watch it, right? You just post your stuff. Yeah. It's the most mind-numbing, stupid shit. But a fun hack I learned, because like, especially around where I live, it's a college town, so it's always kids trying to film TikToks and like do their dancing. There's a magic sentence you can say that can make it so no one can post your TikTok. You just have to say, I recognize Taiwan as its own country. That'll work. It's done. Yeah, 100% it works. It's like, I used to scream the N-word, but then I realized you don't want to be that guy in town that's known for screaming the N-word at college. No. It's a bad rap.
It's not that bad thing. Taiwan's a country, but the N-word's a little worse.
But yeah, that's a huge thing because TikTok is super Chinese.
Yeah.
I saw Eddie at the Skankfest. Yeah.
Oh, the poster of Eddie Pepitone?
Oh, yeah. He does good there, too. It's really fun to see, like, the older veteran guys with those crowds because there's a lot of young people there who didn't know him before. One guy who was so fun to watch there, Sam Talent. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah. I just finished his book.
Yeah.
It's great, right? Did you like it? No?
Oh, no. He's a great writer. But I was getting sick of that comic, you know.
Yeah.
He was just a scumbag comic.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't a good guy, but
that's like the point of the book, right?
He tried to fix his ways. He tried to get better.
Yeah, he's an excellent writer.
Oh my God, is he?
So both times I saw him at Skankfest, he did this like the smaller stage where it would just be like, you did that room too? I don't know about this year, but last year it's just constant sets. So it's not like individual shows. It's just like comics constantly doing 8 minutes, just back and forth. Like you shotgun the next person up. And he did that room and was purposely trying to bomb by saying the most stupid shit in the world, but it was murdering. It was because he's so naturally talented.
Right.
It's like him
he
getting
has a
mad.
command of the language.
Oh my God.
Just can't kill.
I think him and Brian Simpson are two of the best guys. Like
Brian Simpson is killing.
They haven't Brian Simpson has taken off for sure, but I could see him almost like up there, like with like Chappelle and Louis one day, like just with how good.
Well,
he
he's
is.
working on it. He's on his way.
He's so good because working at the mothership, I watched that Joe Rogan and Friends show a lot because I worked that room, and Brian's the guy that like no matter how many times I see him, even
last
twice
night
in
they
one
had
day.
6 friends on.
Did
you work last night?
No, I wasn't there last night. I work tonight. I'll be there. Is your show tonight?
Yeah, 10:30.
Oh, sweet. Cool. Oh yeah.
And the little boy.
Yeah, I like the little boy. I think it's more fun to perform in than the Fat Man. Fat Man's awesome, but it's almost like it's a little too easy because they're so ready to pop, and it's just like a really exciting time for them. Little boy, they're a little more critical, and a lot of them have been there a lot of times before too, and they just they really want you to earn it,
right?
In a good way. Like, I think with me having like more offensive material, it's almost like a cheat code there because they love that kind of shit. I just said faggot the other day and almost got an applause break. Jesus Christ.
They really like that.
Yeah, they like the word faggot.
I'm going to have a show here on the 21st.
Oh, yeah. I remember you telling me about that. Is that going to be a reoccurring thing or is this just a trial thing?
I'll be absent for December, so maybe again in January. But
hell yeah.
It'll be this 21st, third Tuesday of the month.
Is it just the Holtzman and Friends, or is it like a theme to it or anything?
Holtzman and Friends.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
That's killer.
And Rebecca told me not to make it a sausage fest.
Okay.
That's good. You just have to pick
meaning I have to put
women.
Sit down urinators on it.
I don't
mind.
Okay. That'll work out great for.
You didn't seem so stoked, but
2 of the 6
I don't mind.
Good female comics in this. We get a lot of work because of that. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But I mean,
Fuck Taylor Swift.
I agree.
Okay.
I think she's a whore, and she's not funny at all. She did my show last week.
Sucks, dude.
She bombed her ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is interesting what that whole thing is like. Bookers are pressured to not, have females on their show, which makes sense, variety and diversity and all that shit. But it's like comedy is like 99% wieners. It's all wieners. It's
a
all
lot
dudes.
of wieners.
And most comics are bad, so most female comics are also going to be bad. There's just not that many of them. So, but it works out well for the ones that are funny because they end up getting a lot of stage time. There are some killers. Do you know Adrienne Iapolucci? Have you seen her?
Oh yes,
she's a fucking.
She was just at the mothership this.
I watched her headline, and her and you have been my favorite people to watch headline there because it's a lot of people who haven't seen you guys before, and especially with her, it was women who were like, "Oh, it's a female headliner. This will be fun," and then they're like, "What the fuck?" She
opens up for Louis C.K.
Yeah, she's perfect for that. She had one joke where she said, they say a mother can summon the strength to lift a car off their kid. And she's like, where's that strength when you're getting beat by your husband? He's like, sounds like you could have stopped it, but you didn't, idiot.
Yeah, she's good.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to open for her when she was here. I was featuring for her. It was really cool. She's a really cool person to talk to. Too. At Creek in the Cave.
Oh, she did this one too?
Yeah, she headlined here probably I'd say 8 months ago.
Oh, wow.
And I got to open for her. It was a lot of fun. She's a fun person to talk to. And then she was at Skankfest too. Another person. Those crowds, it's just fun to see the more offensive comics there because those are crowds that don't give a fuck about anything. Like there's no way you can cross a line with them. All right, what do we have we hit an hour? Okay, well, thanks for coming, man. Do you want so every Wednesday at Mothership? Are you always there or is it like every now and then?
When I'm in town.
Okay. So it's just, is it Holtzman and Friends?
Holtzman and Friends, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, check that out, the Mothership. Holtzman's fucking amazing.
Do you have another dirty joke you want to end with, Holtzman?
Perhaps.
Do you want to share it?
I'm down. We can do one more Holtzman
I want to plug my comedy special. All you got to do is type in cancelholtzman.com.
Okay.
And it'll take you right to my YouTube channel. It's 52 minutes, and it's
how recent was that?
I taped that the day after the Houston Skankfest.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so it's pretty recent. 2 years,
and it finally got put up about 4 months ago.
Okay, awesome.
On YouTube, you said?
Yeah. YouTube.
Okay.
My YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram if you're so inclined. Nobody can tell you how to live your life.
That's a good point.
If you want to live your life in a sanitized bubble of a safe zone, that's your business. But when those stormtroopers start coming over the hill, good luck.
I've been saying that for a long time.
Hey, Phoebe, why don't you suck my dick? Hey, Rachel, open your ass. I want to spit in your hole. They wouldn't have me over there.
I don't know. I feel like they might dull it down a little bit, but I do think you can.
I'll be there for you. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.